Lion Nation, a pleasant hello to you. I am here with another episode of Coach's Corner. This one will be a season-ending Coach's Corner, and I wanted to bring on girls flag football coach Brian Ong. Thank you so much for joining me, Coach.
Thanks for having me, Jason.
Appreciate it. So I just wanted to, talk to you a little bit about the season here. Obviously, a historic first, building a program from scratch. I know never an easy thing. But I thought the team had a really successful first year. You guys won 7 games this year, definitely had some impressive moments, 2 tournament victories. From your point of view, how would you assess season 1 in the books here?
I'd say there's a lot of different chapters. I think that the girls laid a phenomenal foundation for building an excellent program. Certainly had some ups and downs. Like you mentioned, we had 2 tournament wins. Did not do so well in Trinity League. I told Chris with every loss, a little piece of me died, but that's okay. We'll get him next year.
I know when in terms of league, things might have been a little bit more difficult. But obviously what you like to see is as the years go on, that competitive level kind of increases and that excitement level with the players increases. What do you think is sort of the biggest takeaway as you look ahead for season 2 that you guys can draw from this particular year?
It's a great question. I think just not having an off season to really develop the fundamentals. So we were pushed right into, I feel like, league play. And so we were so focused on forming a team unit where we could cohesively go out on the field and execute on offense and defense. But we neglected the fundamentals. And without those fundamentals, it's really hard to succeed over the course of a whole season. You can have some great games, which we did in a tournament. But ultimately, if you are not fundamentally sound, you are not going to have a championship team. And so I think this offseason, the biggest takeaway is to work on the fundamentals on both offense and defense.
I thought there was a palpable excitement with a lot of the girls this year. I mean, this was a sport that had been long talked about, is it going to happen? Is it not? Then it finally does.
Sure.
And now it's, okay, we're going to put this together. And I think that's a good way to go into an off season, is having that excitement, now seeing it tangibly. Just talk a little bit about, what it was like to be with the girls every day and to kind of go through that with them the first time here, having practices, games, tournaments. What was that like for you as a coach?
It was definitely exciting. It was a learning experience. And so I think it was learning for me and the girls, right? The girls are so positive, and I'm used to coaching boys. And so it was surprising how positive it was. I'll also say it was refreshing. And I was pleasantly surprised that within our team, we did not have team drama, which I was so thankful for. And I really felt like the girls, they took things so literal, right? If I'm saying, hey, run a 10-yard route, they are on 10 yards to a T. Or sometimes the boys are taking an extra step or they're doing something else. And so it was great. And I also think for the girls, it was a big learning lesson to have me as a coach. They'd never met me. And I think that off the field, I have a happy-go-lucky personality. Don't take things too serious, but I certainly believe that whatever you're doing, you got to do it to the best of your ability. And so when we were on that field, I think there were times where they were taken back by, I'll say, my intensity. And yeah, so I think a learning experience for all of us, and we got to know each other as the season progressed. And I think we all were better off for it. Yeah.
Now, as you look ahead for year 2, next year's CIF is going to have a postseason for girls flag football. So now there'll be something to look forward to after the season. And I know that's a good nugget for you as you go into the off season and have girls kind of come on the team and can work with them and have a full year to kind of gear up to that. What do you think it will take for JSerra to be a part of that inaugural postseason next year? I'm putting you on the spot already.
No, I will certainly miss the seniors. And they laid a phenomenal foundation. I will say, the future is bright. Our junior class, we have a couple sophomores, a couple freshmen as well, and I already know of some incoming 8th graders. But our junior class, they are really good. And I know that in Trinity League we went 0-8, but hopefully we'll shock everybody And honestly, my expectation, I told the girls this on the last game of the season, because unfortunately we didn't have a postseason tournament that we were supposed to play in. But I had said, I believe that you will win Trinity League next year and compete for a CIF championship. So that is the expectation going into next year.
I like it. I like it. You go into it and you have firm expectations. A fantastic season, first season here at JSerra for the girls flag football team. And Coach Ong, thank you so much for your time. And we look forward to year 2 of the flag football program.
Thanks, Jason.